Good morning, fellow humans. Coming to you from Springfield, Oregon. Full-time RV gal here. I haven't been posting and doing a whole lot, especially the last about 14 days, I guess. I've been an essential worker in a memory care facility. I got a subcontract through them to take care of a gentleman for about 14 days till he could be moved to another facility. What my job was to kind of be his little shadow. Um, and at first he was a little bit happy about me being there, and I tried to engage him. He's got severe dementia. And, we talked about the USS Constitution that he was on, and he's a World War II vet. And I tried to find specials on YouTube and everything about his ship, and we did a lot of that at the beginning, but then at the end he was kind of like, why are you here? Why are you still here? He'd wake up and open up his door and he'd look at me, he goes, you're still here? Because my shift was 8 in the morning till 8 in the evening, and that's basically when he gets up and when he goes to bed. And at the end it was like, you're wasting your time. Do you know that? I said, oh, I don't think so. I said, being your companion's a lot of fun. He just, I, gotta love it. Gotta love it. But yesterday was my last day for that, and I will miss him some. But it's not easy going to work every day knowing that the guy that you're taking care of wishes you weren't there. But for his safety, I was, and it all worked out good. And I got to know him and his daughter a little bit, and her aspirations and the things that she's doing. Um, anyway, so during that time, I didn't have much time to do anything. I did do a lot of writing on my book. And when I say a lot of writing, I'm saying maybe 2 pages. For me, that's a lot of writing. And it isn't that I didn't sit down and do it and didn't have time. I did. I had 12 hours of sitting at a little table outside his room to pretty much do whatever I want, which I ended up doing a lot of beadwork, writing, reading, research for my next vehicle, because right now I'm traveling in a 2005 Ford Taurus. It's got 220 miles on it, and I love the car. And it's got a little moonroof and everything, and the seat goes all the way back, and it's got a trunk to die for. I mean, I people were amazed in January at Quartzsite how much stuff I got in there. But that isn't the point. The point is I'm trying to downsize more, but get a bigger vehicle and something a little bit easier to travel in, like a van. I like traveling in vans because you can stand up most of the time. And I've got a little nest egg, and that's why I did the 14 days, 12-hour days and everything, was to get a little money up and put in with my stimulus package and start looking for something a little bit easier for me to travel in. I've got 2 tents. In January at the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, I brought out the big tent, which is, it's an easy up with the tent that kind of clips inside of it. It's huge. And I've got pictures of it on my blog, and I'll take more pictures the next time I have it up. And then I have a smaller tent that, it's more like an overnight kind of thing and being able to get in. And I usually just put it up maybe for storage, put a few things in it or something and get things out of the way. But normally I don't stay in in the little ones. I stay in my car. I sleep with a CPAP, a lot of you know, so I have to have an all-night breathing machine in order, to have extra everything. And I do solar when I have my whole tent and everything set up, but right now it's in Paso Robles in a storage unit that I have there. That is my unit that I've been trying for years to get rid of it, and it's just not happening, so I'm not even going to try anymore. It's just an expense I've put in and leave it at that. And everyone says, oh, well, you're wasting your money and everything. Well, I don't have anyone that I can leave a few boxes at. And this way it gives me a little place to put my winter clothes, winter things, summer things that maybe I'm not going to use immediately, but really don't want to get rid of, because then I'd have to rebuy, which I've done quite often. Oh, live and learn. So anyway, today I wanted to kind of talk to you about some of the food that I take with me when I go, because a lot of you know that weight is a huge factor when you travel. I mean, I'm really good at putting anything and everything in every little nook and cranny. But the whole point of the matter is to be more efficient and have less and less weight, not how much you can cram in the little places, which was, back in the maybe the 80s. I thought was a good idea. Every little place that had a space had something in it. Whereas now, downsizing and realizing that I don't need half those things. I don't have a hair dryer. There's many things that I thought I could never live without, that I'm living just fine without. And you get to the point where you realize how much electricity things take. And that's another factor, too, on what you bring with you and how you live. If you have a nice RV or something that has fully everything in it and you can plug in, or you've got full solar, fine, I'd say do that. But what I'm trying to do is do with less. I'm just, because I want to, not because I have to. And this is also a lifestyle I've chosen, and I chose it in the 70s, because I didn't want to pay rent. All my friends kept saying, when are you going to grow up? Grow up, pay rent, be like the rest of us, Why are you living in your van? Well, first of all, my van was movable, comfortable, and I didn't have to pay anything to be in it other than, my insurance. And I had the van paid for. It was a 1976 Chevy, I believe, when I was 19, somewhere around in there. And yeah, I had apartments, and they were affordable then. I worked at McDonald's and had an apartment. So back then you could do it and pay all my bills and everything. Now, even with a good job, 2 people working, if you've got kids, I don't know how you do it. Don't know how you do it. Anyhow, so let me go through something that I've been telling people recently, and they told me to make a video about it. Okay, I shop a lot at Grocery Outlet and things like that, where they don't always have everything on a week-to-week basis. Sorry for the glare in my glasses. But, oh my goodness, I see that anyway, here we are. Here is one of the things at the Grocery Outlet that I bought. This is backwards, I guess. It shows Siggy's Kids. And what it is, it's got 50% less sugar and 30% fewer ingredients, which works for me because I'm a label reader. And what this is, it's got 4 pouches of yogurt in there with fruit, okay? I paid $1.48 for this. Okay, and there's 4 pouches in there. And normally there are at least that per pouch. And so I was really thrilled. I bought a bunch of them. And when you drive, they're really fantastic. I'm going to have to open. I thought this one was open. I thought I had this already. This is where the unprofessionalism comes in. Anyway, they come like this. And many of you have kids or grandkids, and you've probably given similar things to this. And they have the kind with smoothies. Like here's one also that I bought. Check this one out. These are smoothies, okay? And there's 12 of them in here. And they are so delicious. This is mango. And they normally go for $1.50 to $2 each. And I got 12 of them, and this was $4.98. Okay? And they're the same thing. They got the little pouches like this. And what you do is you just open the top, and you can drive and suck and eat it. About as easy as it gets. And then when it's done, you can curl this all back up and put the top back on it, and you have this little tiny trash. And that is important, because as anybody knows full time, trying to get rid of trash is a difficult thing. I'm going to take the glasses off. And, sometimes you can accumulate more trash than anything else, and then when you leave, boy, you got a lot to take away. So I try to buy things with less trash. And another thing about these, they come in these boxes that I showed you. What I do is I open up the boxes and I take out all the little things And then I recycle the box before and I throw it away right there at the store. So at the store, trash and everything, or I recycle it, whichever way I can do. And then that gets rid of your trash before you even take it home, which is a good idea. I mean, don't just throw it in the parking lot, throw it in the trash. Be good, be a good citizen. So, and then these little things can kind of mush into kind of anywhere. And they save a lot of room. They save a lot of time. It's a great snack because I have a tendency to want to open up chips or open up something that I shouldn't be eating and eat it. Another thing, this 14 days, 12-hour work week sitting there, I gained, are you ready for this? 12 pounds. I am now heavier, I think, than I've ever been in my whole life, right now. Ask me how disgusted I am. Pretty disgusted. So, now that I'm off work, I have got to start walking. I'm going to walk to the library because Ivy doesn't have internet at her place. So in order for me to upload this from my iPad, I have to go to the library, which is fine because it's about 4 blocks from here, and that's a good, nice little drive. Light walk. Ooh, did I let it out? Ugh. I'm not driving. I'm walking because it's a beautiful day. I don't know if you can see that out there. It is beautiful day. Well, during the time that I was also sitting there in my 12-hour time period, because I had no work to do because they have caregivers that took care of him, and my job was just to kind of be there, just to be there. So I really didn't have things to do concerning him, so I did a lot of sitting. And those people from the 70s or the 60s remember hippie beads. And I don't know if some of you saw on my website or on my Facebook or wherever it was, that I was making these. And so I want to share with you, these are only some of them. These are a few of them that I have just on me right now. But we used to make these, especially the little ones with the flowers on them like this. Remember those? They're so much fun to make. And it's very zen. You know, it's very zen. I kind of said like a little prayer out to the universe with each, with the strokes that I was doing with my needle, to whoever it goes to, that hopefully it's just a necklace, but hopefully it will bring hope and a little bit of fun and a smile on someone's face. So I'm going to give these away along with sage that I'm hoping to pick. I'm thinking I'm going to pick it next week. Probably go out and pick it next week. It should be ready. But to pick out in a huge field, my friend Judy and I are going to go out and do it. And we're going to wrap some sage. And that also I'm going to give away when I'm on the road. So I give away sage, which many of you know. If you do a little goodie for me or you make me happy, I'll run in and get you some sage because it's a very important thing to me and my culture, and it's just a sign of goodwill and goodness. And so I'm also going to give the necklaces away to those on the road who make me happy, do something nice for me, or for any occasion just because I feel like it, because it takes, I don't know how long it takes me, but it doesn't matter. It's just a nice gesture to do. And I also got a whole bunch of beads, bugle beads, for those beaters. And I'm going to be wrapping a whole bunch of feathers. Quite a while back, here I'm going to be making earrings too. There you go, Wendy. Wendy, my friend in Canada, she's my... Oh my goodness, she makes beautiful earrings. And she hasn't even been doing it that long. I've been doing it 30 years. I can't even do it as beautiful as she does. And then some kind of little bugle bead things that I'm going to use maybe for my feathers. But I have a huge feather collection that I've collected for about 10 years. And it's time to start selling them. And they're parrot tail feathers from the blue and gold macaw, scarlet macaws, and different birds that I can't use all these feathers in a lifetime, and I'm trying to get up enough money to buy the van that I really want. So anyway, so those will be going on sale too, and I'm going to be more engaging in my videos and everything else, because every time I say I'm not going to do it anymore, or I'm kind of stepping away from it, I get a lot of people IMing me and or PMing me and saying, please don't stop. But I get weary. I figure, there's so many people doing this YouTube stuff that are traveling and they have so many good advice for traveling and stuff. But all those places I've already been, basically, and years ago. And they're changing, and I get it. And people are changing. I get it. There's more people on the road. I get that too. It has changed a lot. And then this COVID virus has changed things where, I'm kind of afraid to even hug anybody anymore. But I do wear my mask. I still do. I can be called a wimp. You call me what you wanna. But let me tell you, in the 70s, I had the swine flu. Yes, you can look it up. Everyone says it was the 80s, but I had it in 1976 along with my partner, Kathy. We both had it at the same time. She was on one couch, I was on the other couch, and we had a bucket and a toilet in the middle, and that's about it. And it was the worst thing we ever went through. We thought we were going to die. We did. And we were 21 at the time. Healthy, really healthy. And so you never know. You never know. Take care of yourself. I don't believe it's a hoax. I know a lot of other people do, but you know what? I've seen the suffering from it. So hoax or no hoax, there's a lot of suffering going on. And if you can alleviate some of that by wearing a mask and keeping yourself safe and keeping those around you safe, then do it. Really, do it. Is it really that hard? Come on. So anyway, I just wanted to put this out. It's a little longer than I wanted it to be, but I wanted to update and let you know that I am currently looking for a van that I could stand up into. I think it would be a lot easier for me because I stealth camp, and I love, and people that are in vans anymore, trying to stealth camp is getting harder all the time with homelessness and everything that's going on. But you have to be clever. And anyway, carry on, everyone, now. And don't lose hope. Keep vigilant on everything, and we will get back to normal. And let's all camp together. Come on. Let's have a fire and a cocktail, and let's talk and have fun stories again. I'm looking forward to it. When I get back to the Dalles, I'm going to reload my car and get it ready. And then I'm going to take the drive down, probably from Astoria, Oregon, at least to Morro Bay. Highway 1 or Highway 101 is my plan. And then I'll be shooting videos all the way doing that too, and where I go and how it goes. I'm going to try to pick up some seaweed, make some more seaweed rattles. And I've got a couple seaweed dolls I need to pick up and put in a different art studio. So I've got a busy time coming up for me, and I just wanted to say I'm doing good. That's about it. And I'd love to hear from anybody, and if anybody wants to camp with me in the Great Northwest, I'll be more than happy to do that. That'd be fun. So get a hold of me. Subscribe. Oh, I hate all that stuff. Subscribe, comment, whatever all else you're supposed to say at the end of your video. Do it. I guess I'm supposed to be trying to get montaged. Okay, I'm Technata, but I'm getting there. So do it and have a good day. This is Full Time RV Gal. Bye-bye.